I'm not mad at air traffic controllers. I'm not mad at any federal workers except for the ones that have continued to get paid, which means it's like me and my coworkers. But that's a whole other issue. I'm obviously not mad at myself either. I think that it's really a good question as to why a member of Congress needs to pay for security out of money that they go and raise, instead of focusing on making sure that they use that money to educate voters about why it is that their candidacy matters. I do think that it does people like me a disservice when you are so outspoken. And then what happens is, instead of you being able to put all your dollars into campaigning, instead, you've got to do things like pay for your security. But I kind of value my life, so it is what it is. And it is what it is.
Jasmine Crockett, she's a congresswoman from Houston. She's a lightning rod. Here's some attention on her spending spree. So $75,000 on, which is a big number. She spent $25,000 on luxury hotels and limo services and $50,000 on security services.
Listen, we have to talk about Jasmine Crockett, because she is true, authentic, true to herself. She doesn't switch up for anybody.
In my mind, I'm thinking, I just got to Austin and I had to meet 5 people to get here. I don't know about this.
So y'all don't know what white privilege looks like, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of something.
It's a huge responsibility. The congressional seat is over 4 times as large as my House seat.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at, calm down. Calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do.
And I was just starting to get into the rhythm of doing constituent services.
They send them to Texas, they send them to Florida. Every deplorable state that we can think about, they usually coming out of y'all's think tank.
There was someone that talked to me and said, in fact, a former ambassador in the Clinton administration.
Please calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk noise and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
He said, Jasmine, what you have to realize is that if you are really going to make change, it's not going to be in the Texas House. He said, you did a great job playing defense, but you have a chance to play offense.
If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
I should
I
strike
had no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
A lot of the MAGA women receive gender-affirming care, such as lip fillers, breast augmentation, etc. Why do you think they are so against gender-affirming care for trans people?
You know you want to say it.
Okay, so I have this thing where, like, a MAGA woman when you see one.
1000%.
They all have a look,
Big
right?
back,
But they lips be up to anyway. That's a whole other issue. But yeah, they don't even know, because when that was brought up on the House floor, because there was a discussion about this on the House floor. They were like, how dare you say we use, and it's like, no, that's exactly what y'all do. Y'all just didn't realize that that's what it is.
Okay, I guess the sarcasm can't stop, because this person dropped $75,000 since January on luxury flights, fancy hotels, designer items, and consultants.
Yes, I won't knock the security portion of that. It is a dangerous time for elected officials. They need to make sure they're protected. However, the luxury hotels, all of those other amenities that she's giving herself, she's living high off the hog right now. And for a woman who is openly flirting with trying to run for Texas Senate seat against Senator either John Cornyn or whoever comes out of that primary, you are seeing a woman who's not spending an awful lot of time in Texas. That whole list of places she's been living high on the hog, I didn't see anything mentioning Dallas or Houston
Up in
or
Amarillo.
Laredo or Amarillo. Right, she's all across the country making sure that she is getting taken care of, that her nails look fabulous, and that she is sounding off however she wants to. That's not good for the state.
And she's got security too.
Yeah.
And she did not use her paycheck at all. She used campaign money, donor money, people who gave because they thought that she was going to fight for them, not fighting for an upgrade to first class. This story obviously is insane. Let's get into it. You've seen Jasmine Crockett on TV. She bills herself as the fighter for the people. She's really loud. Really loud.
Listen, he up there, he's spewing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we ain't gonna sit for that shit. It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime.
Now, President Trump says he likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
Listen, he's just telling a lie. So no, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you.
Bold, She's always online. She's always on some kind of interview, whether it's a podcast or on TV, always talking about injustice. But here's the thing. You can't fight for the people if you're spending it like a rapper on tour. The cash didn't just leave her account. It moonwalked out of her account. The FEC filings show thousands of dollars on flights, not coach, not that squeeze your knees together to fit those kind of seats. No, we're talking about premium first class, stretch your legs up like you own the damn plane type of travel. She also spent a lot of money on hotels, the kind with robes so soft that you can basically rethink your life. Imagine telling people that you fight for the poor while ordering room service like you've been in Dubai. Thousands on hair, makeup, on wardrobe. I mean, you can see that there when you see her on these TV shows and on these podcasts. She looks like she's going to go to the Grammys sometimes just for a budget hearing. But it actually gets worse than this because she has a pattern of this kind of behavior. Remember, a couple of years ago, she went on Twitter and said, hey, I take $0 from corporate PACs. Zero. Like the number of times Congress actually reads a bill. The receipts say that she took hundreds of thousands of dollars from PACs tied to telecom, big pharma, and big business. So that should tell us something. She says one thing, but the money will say something else. Therefore, we shouldn't trust this branding. Also, and I talked about this in a couple of months ago, I'll probably put a clip in here, where the FEC got a complaint that 56 donations tied to a 73-year-old person who apparently didn't make them. If your own donors don't recognize the donations in their name, that's not fundraising, that's identity theft with extra steps.
So I'm about to go to Randy Best's house, introduce myself, and just ask them straight up if they contributed to Jasmine's campaign, if they contributed that amount, and why they like her so much, because I might be able to learn a little bit of something while I'm up here. I'm way up here in Collin County. I'm in Plano, Texas, very far from TX30. It's very peculiar that somebody up here would give that much money to a candidate in our district. Let's go find out. Let's see what happens. How do you do, ma'am?
No soliciting.
I'm not here. I'm not a solicitor. I'm attorney Sheldon Daniels.
Okay.
Is there a Randy Best who lives here?
That's my husband.
Yeah. I just want to verify, are you guys aware that you were charged over $16,000 last year? Yeah, I have a list of charges. I'm just here to verify that you guys know about this. $16,240 in political contributions to a candidate named Jasmine Crockett. Do you remember that at all? Does your husband remember that at all?
I don't know. He's on the road on his way to Colorado.
Okay, it says here that he's not employed. Is he employed now?
No, we're retired.
Okay, guys, so I just drove by the home of this Randy Best guy. This guy, he's a 73-year-old retiree, unemployed. He and his wife, I guess they just travel around in an RV or something. I don't know, but he's on the road. His wife answered the door. She said that they had no idea what these charges were, and they had no idea that they were charged $16,000 or that they are responsible for $16,000 in political contributions to Jasmine Crockett. Yes, she has them listed as political.
Can you really screaming that you're fighting for democracy where people who are donating have no idea? Straw donations are illegal. So this is why we see this $75,000 spending spree as a problem. That's the problem with politicians in the first place. They don't even know how to spend money. They don't understand budgeting at all. So when these politicians talking about balancing a budget or finding a way to create jobs, they don't. These people have never ran a business. They don't have no idea what they're talking about. What they do is take other people's money and spend it. No wonder she fights so hard on TV. She needs to continue that vacation money. So while people are struggling out there, the rent is insane, the groceries look like luxury items, seniors are choosing between meds or meals, but our political leaders, they spend like the donations are just monopoly money. Mind you, many of the people, especially on the Democrat side, wanted that government shutdown to continue, where people can barely afford food. The problem is they go on TV saying, I care about the community, but you don't. You care about the upgrades, the glam, and whoever is doing your eyebrows for $900 a session. This is why people don't trust politicians, because the math never matches their mouth. So let's put it all together. She lied about the corporate money. She got hit with a straw donor complaint, and she's spending thousands of dollars on luxury living. In my opinion, she's not fighting for the people. She's fighting for a better seat on that plane. She's not really protecting democracy. She's protecting her lifestyle. She talks about community, but it's really her spending says me first. This is why you have to look past a lot of these speeches, look past the viral clips, past that performative outrage. Politicians do not love you. They love your money. They love your applause. They love the lifestyle that you pay for. But you are just the receipt. But let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments below. Also, I have my second channel, Hannibal is Rising. I just posted a video yesterday. You can check that channel out and let me know what you think. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.